I'm just going to stay like this as long as I can because I like to just mess with people, you know? All right, guys. So I just got to give you guys a real heads up real fast, okay? A quick heads up. There's a massive storm taking place directly outside of my house. So if the stream just happens to get cut off at any point, it's because we lost power. I'm just warning you guys. So I didn't stop the stream or anything like that by accident. It's not your connection. It could be your connection if you're somewhere in the Northeast, because we're just getting like the thunder and the lightning is just absolutely insane, which is wild for April. But yeah, it's almost like a perfect storm out there. So just a heads up, guys, in case I disappear or something like that. I did not end the stream early. It's just the way it goes. All right, we got Tina, we got Rajira. What's up? How's it going? Astro Worm, of course, Income. And then we got Tina working and lurking as always. Yes, thank you. I will be careful. I don't know what I could do against Mother Nature, though. If she wants to come and get you, she's going to come and get you. Mother Nature is probably one of the most fearsome forces on this planet. And I gotta take these off. I can't do it. Can't do it anymore. I can't see through them. They look cool on camera, but you can't see through them. So, and they hurt. They're like sharp. They're sharp on the nostrils, I tell you. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys are enjoying your Tuesday. Wait, no, it's Wednesday, right? I forgot because I felt like yesterday was Monday. April showers bring May flowers, so hopefully a beautiful spring is in store. Yes, I certainly hope so, KB. And may I add, it's great to see you. I know you've been on the rewatch crew lately, so it's always great to have you guys here live and in person with moi. We do our best to entertain one another. I got a new background. I hope you guys dig that. This isn't my real house, by the way. That'd be cool though. I'd probably do something different with the lights. It's a little mechanical looking back there, but you know what? I call it home for today. But anyway, yeah, what are we talking about today, guys? I have no clue, man. There's so much going on in the world today. I thought like yesterday was a pretty good show, talking about Dan. But there are things that are going on the interwebs right now. Some of the stuff you guys sent me in the Discord was a little crazy. Oh my God, guys! Breaking news: Nerd City put out a new video featuring Sniper Wolf. It just came out 3 hours ago, though. So I'm definitely excited to check that out. We're not gonna watch that though right now because it just came out 3 hours ago, and that's like a big no-no. You don't react to people's videos like within hours of them putting it out. Plus, Nerd City's one of my favorite creators. Guy does some seriously good work. So I'm definitely excited to see that. We'll definitely watch that though at some point. And we'll find out what happened there. But I highly recommend, if you guys aren't following Nerd City, then you guys definitely need to check that out. I'm just perusing the interwebs here, trying to see what the deets are. As Prince said, it snows in April. It's snowing here in Northwest Indiana. Wow. Yeah, no storm would get through those walls. Yeah. Not the thick walls of my brain, I tell you. Not the thick walls of my brain. But I hope that you guys have been enjoying yourselves and having a good time on this Wednesday. I hope everybody's staying safe. If you're anywhere in the Northeast, then you probably know that the weather's absolutely been crazy. It's just like an absolute, like this whole week has just been rain. So, yeah, that's cool. I was thinking about maybe diving into Keffels again today, guys. What do you think about that? It's nearly 80 here. Wow, you must be either somewhere south in the United States or you're probably somewhere tropical. That's why I moved to Arizona. We get like 30 days of rain a year. Yeah, Arizona, I heard, is like a pretty chill place. I know my what do you call it? My cousin lives out there. And enjoying Arizona. But anyway, guys, yes. So there's so much going on. But I was thinking about diving in and checking out one of Willy Mac Show's videos about Keffels, and it's a 2-part series, and it's about like Keffels about how Keffels is basically like a liar, and I'm interested. Like I've never really been a huge fan of Willy Mac Show. I just feel like, you know. Oh, I don't know if you guys can hear that coming through the mic, but it's loud. It sounds like the it sounds like the worst, you know, in the worst storm ever. It just sounds like it's like that kind of like. Have you guys ever see that old like viral video where there's a cracked out, more probably methed out trailer park guy, and he's like, there's a big storm coming off the horizon, and it's in like the flatland, so you can see the storm coming, and the guy's just talking to his buddy with his camera, and he's like, I bet you there's tigers in them storm. I bet you there's tigers coming in that storm. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some fucking tigers in that storm. And yeah, Keffels is a liar, color me shocked. I know. You love Willy. He had to grow on me, but I love his straightforward thought process. Yeah, he does. He kind of has the same style as me, where we just kind of tell it like it is, in my opinion. I mean, obviously he's much more successful than I am. The only reason I was like turned off to Willy Mac in the beginning was because when he first he did a debate. I did a video a while back where I reacted to the debate between Willy Mac Show and Hassan Piker, and I just felt like Willy Mac dropped the ball when he was trying to interrogate Hassan, because I'm not a huge Hassan fan, as most people would know. I feel like that guy is just a cancer to the movement, and he destroyed pretty much what the left used to represent, which was like social norms and stuff like that. But it's I don't know what's happened to that party. It's so crazy now. They've been at it back and forth for a while now. Who I know, because I was looking at this, and Willy. Oh, are you talking about Willy Mac and Keffels, or are you talking about Willy Mac and Hassan? Because I know that Willy Mac was on Hassan's show, and that was when they did the back and forth between them. And sure enough, you know, it's. I just felt like Willy Mac didn't he kind of dropped the ball, in my opinion. Like, he didn't really question Hassan on a lot of things that I felt like he should have been questioning him on. Maybe he was nervous because he knows how big Hassan's audience is or whatnot. Man, now it's downpouring out there. Whew. Yeah, again, guys, if my stream just randomly stops, I lost power, okay? It's not me stopping the show. You can't even debate Hassan. He's just a liar and a hypocrite. Yeah, I would imagine it would be hard debating Hassan because he just doesn't care what you're saying as long as he says his points. And then he has this way of, like, when you debate him, he goes and he'll, like, turn it. Damn, it is really coming down out there, guys. Like, it's been raining all day, and the past few days. Freddie made it onto my community tab today, guys. Did you see that? Freddie sent me a picture of him listening to my show in the truck, and I posted it because I thought it was pretty cool. We got Ricky Mac in the house. What's up, my friend? Long time no see, Rick. Rick knows how wet it's been these past couple days since we work outside during the day. He knows. Are you getting hit with this storm right now, Rick? This storm is insane right now. My area's getting hit pretty hard. So again, guys, if the stream randomly drops, I'm not leaving. For anybody who just joined, I'm not leaving. If the stream just stops, you can assume I lost power, okay? Or internet, or whatever else. Because, you know, Mother Nature gonna Mother Nature. That's what she gonna do. Mother Nature gonna Mother Nature, you know? So, but yeah, anyway, going back to what I was saying about Willy Mac and Hassan. Yeah, you can't reason with Hassan. He's not a reasonable guy. He's so full of himself too. He's like, nobody's a bigger fan of Hassan than Hassan is. Like, that is fact, right? Like, you can't tell that guy nothing. You can't tell me nothing. What's that song? I always forget. That's Take My Horse to the Old Town Road. Yes, sir. Only 20 miles away. Okay. Yeah, it's getting we're getting pelted right now. Loud thunder, loud lightning, all that jazz. So it's raining cats and dogs, I tell you. But I'm happy Freddie's here. I'm happy Rick's here. KB's here. Tina's here. Rajira, Income. He's probably floating around back there somewhere. He's probably working. That's why he's not commenting. Of course, Astro. And I think that's everybody so far in the chat. So I'm happy you guys are here. All right. So, again, this is a video. This was a 2-part series from Willy Mac. Since I can't react to Nerd City's video, which I would love to do. I would love to react to Nerd City's video about Sniper Wolf, he just released it 3 hours ago, and that guy works so hard on his videos, so I don't want to be. Yeah, see, Kate lives right near me, so she knows how loud it is. Yeah, this storm's absolutely nuts. So I was telling these guys that if I lose power or the stream just randomly ends, you know, that I lost power, I didn't end the stream. But anyway, guys, yeah. So we're going to react to Keffels, the Worst Activist, Part 1, Misleading and the Lawsuit. And this is a 26-minute video. Keffels here, at least I thought I seen her. I don't think I've seen Keffels yet. I know she said that she wasn't going to be able to make... Oh, yeah, she is. She is here. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry, Keffels. I'm so sorry, girl. Oh, you're walking home. Okay. Thank God you're in Canada, because if you were walking home and you live near me, you would be in grave danger. You would be in grave danger. Yes, you did see Keffels, so I'm the one who missed her. I apologize about that, but she usually walks and listens, so I want you to walk, Keffels, as you're walking, I want you to walk to this song. Well, you can't tell by the way you use my walk, I'm a woman's man. No time to talk. Staying alive, staying alive. So, you guys remember that Office? The show The Office was so great. Like when they were working on what is it? The medic. They were learning how to do CPR on the dummy, and the lady's like, "Oh, you know, just sing the Staying Alive song while you're doing chest compressions, and you'll know that you're doing it right." And they get totally carried away with singing the song, and totally forget about like working on the dummy, and they just start like trying to harmonize the words to the song. That show is so good. They're talking about bringing it back. I don't know. I don't know if I want The Office back, because I feel like they're gonna ruin it. I feel like they're gonna ruin it. They can't get away with half the stuff they used to do on that show. Half the stuff they used to do on The Office, like they would like get canceled for today. There's no way that you'd be able to make any jokes about anybody's ethnicity or weight on the show. That was back when people still had a sense of humor, and now, unfortunately, nowadays we do not have that as much. But anyway, guys, okay, so I'm gonna pull up this video because you guys know me, right? I can talk. I don't know what you heard about me. I can talk like a mother effing G. So that's Willy Mac right there, handsome fella, handsome fella. I will say that Willy Mac at one point, like he was doing an interview with somebody, and he said like something stupid, like there's nobody left in the commentary community. He said just him and Turkey Tom are the only ones left, and I really took offense to that, because there's so many people who are way bigger than Willy Mac that are still in the commentary community. Now I don't know if he was joking when he said that or not, but yeah, I took a little offense to that, because you're talking about you know, you're giving up on wavy web surf. Now, I don't know if you would consider wavy web surf's commentary as more of news oriented, but then like, you know, you can't say it's just you and Turkey Tom when you got Oompaville out there, who's probably he's bigger than Turkey Tom and you. If you combined all of Tom's channels and yours together, you still wouldn't have enough to compete with Oompa. I'm gonna reach out to Oompa too, guys. I swear. On one of these days on X, I'm gonna just ask him if he'll come on and do an interview with me. Do a make a wish, do a make a wish thing for kids, for the kiddos. But anyway, okay, guys. So we're gonna check out Willy Mac's video here. Keffels, the Worst Activist, Part 1. I mean, we all knew she was the worst activist, right? We're not shy about shying away from Keffels. All right. She was in with that whole Vosh crew for a while, and it was insane. Is talking about long form commentary, multi-hour videos, because that is kind of true. It's talking about long form commentary. I don't know. I don't know if I'd consider myself like when I was making my original videos, I consider myself a commentary YouTuber, but now I feel like I'm more of a streamer. I think I've evolved from a commentary YouTuber to a streamer now. So I guess take that as you will. Overall, though, I still feel like I would consider myself a commentary guy. I give my opinions on all this stuff, so you know, it is what it is. But I know that when I think of commentary YouTubers, I think of Oompaville, you know, Mudahar from Some Ordinary Gamers. Who are some other big ones? Now, I don't know if Wavy Web, like I said, Wavy Web Surf, you could fit in there since he talks it out, but he usually just kind of tells stories, doesn't really give his opinions on them. Turkey Tom is also more of a documentarian than he is a commentary guy. But, you know, it's whatever. It's whatever. There's a lot of YouTubers who are growing fast in there too. Like there's this dude Nick Nobody who I know. But yeah, I guess I would kind of wouldn't consider myself commentary anymore. I'd be more of like a streamer. I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys let me know. What kind of genre am I? Musical commentary? I don't know. But anyway, all right, guys, let's get started on this video, okay? It's 26 minutes long. We're going to try, if we can, we'll try to get both part 1 and part 2 done today. If not, we will do part 1 today, and then we will look into part 2. Because you guys know how much I stop, right? Just fair warning, if you're somebody who is not here live watching and you've never watched me before, I stop a lot, right? Not only one, because I want to make it fair use. I'm sure that Willy Mac worked very hard on this video, and I don't want to just flat out play it. All right, that's not my style. So if you're somebody who easily gets annoyed about how much I stop and give my opinions on things, do not. I would say maybe I'm not the guy for you. That's about it. I feel like I'm much more like Cinnamon Toast Ken now. Like Cinnamon Toast Ken used to do like traditional videos. Now he just pretty much reacts to videos because we're lazy. But that doesn't mean I'm not doing traditional content, guys, all right? I'm still doing it. I'm just so busy lately. That's the only reason why the traditional content hasn't been out as much as it normally is. But anyway, all right, guys, let's get started here with the Willy Mac Show, Keffels, the Worst Activist, Part 1. Oh, thank you, Astro. I love you guys, too. You guys know that, right? Every single person in here, I love you. And especially KB and Tina, because you guys are members. So if you're a member, you guys get extra love. So just remember that, all right? If you become a member, you get extra love from me. So just something to think about.
Violated her human rights.
The fact that a fake email led
I think I'm a little I'm a little far ahead here.
Keffels is a failed politician for the Canadian Communist Party.
The Canadian Communist Party, guys. That is so friggin' funny, dude. I like your style. If you didn't stop it so often, might as well just watch the original video. Thank you, Roger. And that's all I'm trying to avoid, because I know that a lot of people who react to videos can get considered, like, people consider it theft. So I try to make sure that I overly, like, make sure it's not content theft. Plus, I got to fill up, like, 2 hours usually, so I don't care.
Was swatted by one online group and then lied about it being another bigger, more popular site.
Kiwi Farms is an online community of stalkers that torment and harass their victims so intensely. We did it. We actually did it. So many people have tried for so long to do this, and we actually got Kiwi Farms down.
I would not want to pick a fight with Kiwi Farms. Like, I feel like that's like the biggest degenerates on the planet all go to Kiwi Farms because they sit there. I think the Kiwi Farms is just like a gossip site for YouTubers and influencers alike. And it all started originally from just being about Christian Chandler. Or, wait, was it? Chris Chan. Yeah, that's the whole site was dedicated about talking about Chris Chan. We only watching for your opinion anyway. Oh, thank you, Astro. Yeah, I love talking about internet stuff. I like talking about anything that's culture going on in the world right now. I'm like Joe Rogan, guys. I'm like Joe Rogan, except without all the LSD and stuff. But again, guys, if the stream drops, it's the weather. It's not me. All right.
It's not bad.
Not bad at all.
The website would never be shut down. She would cry, lie.
We need as many people as possible to know who they are if we plan to fight back against them. That's why I need every single person who has watched this video to share the video and to spread the word.
Later.
Can you imagine having Keffels as your leader? Can you imagine being like, you know who I really look up to? Keffels. If Keffels, let me just put it this way, guys. If Keffels is your hero, you need to re-examine every decision you've ever made in your life that led you to that point. I'm just going to put it that way, all right?
Admitting to baiting them into doxing her so she could get even more publicity.
And my little ragtag team were able to force their hand by intentionally making myself a lightning rod.
I'm listening while I drive, like I always do. That's why I don't type much. It's okay, Freddie. It's okay, man. I know how you do. That's why I posted your picture in the community tab earlier. And it's just like, listen, guys, you don't have to be active in the chat. If you just watch or just listen, that's cool too.
So I could make Kiwi Farms more vicious and attack me to the point where Cloudflare had no choice. Because every time they attacked me, I publicized it.
And Kiwi Farms wouldn't even be the culprit. I covered this story nearly 2 years ago, but now I have the court documents, and it's clear to me that what she has written in there does not at all line up with reality. This video will paint a fuller picture. This is how an activist scammed her movement.
Yeah, again, you get what you pay for with Keffels, right? If you are looking up to Keffels and you think that Keffels is someone who you can trust and someone who's going to be a straight shooter with you, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself more than Keffels is lying to you, and that's a lot. Like, I don't understand how this woman has and I use woman loosely because she acts like a little girl, even though at one point I think she was a guy. That's a story for a different day. Sounds like the person in Handmaid's series. Yeah, it's. I'm not familiar with that show, Rick, but she is she's a whole mess.
There's a lot of people in my audience that
Why does she always talk like she's about to just break down and cry?
look up to me. I don't want to let them down.
It's like I need a palate cleanser, food for this hole in my soul, and what better than a meal choice from over 70 different chefs who...
Oh, nope, I know where you're going with this. I'm not giving you... Now, Cook Unity, if you guys want to sponsor my video, by all means, I will just air, I will air him, and he'll plug it for you, but you guys aren't paying me, so no free advertising. Which reminds me, guys, I know that Tina was about to do it herself. I got to turn on ads, man. I got to turn on the ads, man. I got to turn on the ads. Because, I got to get that money. Lord knows I ain't doing this for free. I'd do it for free. I don't care. I'll do it. I'll do it for free for you guys. But not today. Not today, son. Not today. You guys just saw me put on ads. Thank you, Tina. I know you would have corrected me.
She's insufferable. You will understand later. These people sent an email impersonating Keffels using her dead name, saying she killed her transphobic mom and plans to kill every cisgendered person at...
He sounded like he about to cry because estrogen contract your throat and air stopped passing. She's not crying. She's suffocating. It's possible. And she got a huge boob job too. Like she went to the doctor and she's like, how big can you make me? Like, I want all of these implants at once.
City Hall. Keffels uploaded a video titled, "My life is in danger. I need your help."
Like, just take a look at those big guys. All right. Those weren't there a long time ago. Those are surgically placed. I can imagine Keffels like responding to my video and being like, "How funny is it that he decided to point out my chest? What's he suggesting about himself?" Put a sticky note on your monitor that says Mama T said ADS. Yes, that's a good idea, actually, Tina. That's a great idea.
Saying that the police violated her human rights.
The fact that a fake email led to London Police Services booking me under my dead name reveals the prejudice that many police have towards transgender people.
Look, you can say what you want about Keffels, guys, but she's charismatic. She's the most charismatic person on stream. This led to the police coming to my house and doing all kinds of horrible things to me.
Also claimed that the police caused her and her fiance financial harm and that she was opening a GoFundMe to recoup her losses. Move and any extra money past the goal would be used to sue the police.
If you open a GoFundMe and I'm like, yo, GoFundMe, cause I'm poor, can they take that money? And somebody be like, he told us he was poor. He's not poor. It's like, cause then you gotta be like, well, what's your definition of poor? Can you open a GoFundMe just being like, I'm lazy and I don't want to work, GoFundMe? Will people support that?
Sees both my personal and work phone, as well as the work computer that I broadcast on Twitch from, because of the negligence of the police.
Maybe she sounds like that because she looks terrified. I would normally I wouldn't be this rough on someone, Rajira. Like, normally I try to approach stuff very even keeled, but Keffels has a record of being like just the absolute worst. That's why I'm being so hard on her. Oh man, I hope I don't got the hiccups. But that's why I'm being so hard on Keffels, because like this person has done very, very terrible things to people in the past. Like, aside from trying to get people fired from their jobs, going after people's sponsors, she basically rallies her audience to go and then uses them as like a mob to go after people. So that's why I don't like Keffels.
We were both left functionally unemployed, and I have spent thousands of dollars replacing our computers and cell phones so our lives aren't completely destroyed by what happened to us.
The GoFundMe was initially set to $20,000 and she exceeded it immediately, but would suspiciously raise the goal every time it was a...
Yeah, do you see, like, are you seeing this, Rajira? Like, she started GoFundMe, set an original goal of like 10 grand, right? And then she'd raise it more, and then she'd raise it more, and then she'd raise it more. So Keffels naturally speaks at like .25. Yeah, she slows down. It's almost like I don't even know how to describe it. It's like if Keffels' voice was a flat beat, like a heartbeat, it would just be like, "Bear." Refresh my memory that the one that was making estrogen pills in her bathtub to give the kids. Another thing, yes, thank you, Serena, for reminding me of that. Regier, Keffels like also was like sending homemade estrogen pills to kids to help them try to transition like without their parents knowing. It was really really horrible stuff this person's done. Yeah, if you look into it, I think that by the time that you're done reading all the things that Keffels has done to people, you'll have a different opinion of her, and you'll understand why I'm being so rough on her. The GoFundMe's still open. I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked at all.
About to hit it. Now, to understand her dishonesty when it comes to the lawsuit, we need to understand her doxing, because this is psychotic. Kiwi Farms is famed for their documentation of lol cows. I think the term came from them. Slurs and misgendering run rampant on the website. There's no moderation. I grew up on Xbox Live. I don't really care, but it's definitely not for the faint of heart. It's a degenerate place for degenerate people that love documenting other degenerates. So it's not surprising Keffels would have a thread.
Yeah, like Kiwi Farms is like just like I said before, it's just degenerate central. It's like the New York Times Square of degenerates getting together to basically harass and laugh at people who do dumb stuff online.
Keffels would be targeted and harassed several times, the first one being the email threat to City Hall. This got media coverage and pushed her GoFundMe off the ground. Keffels would try and get away, spending a night at a...
She's like the couple that scammed saying the guy was homeless in Philadelphia, remember? Yes, I do remember that. That was a crazy story where the lady was like, he gave me his last $20 to... And then they ended up raising like a couple $100,000 for this guy, and then they ended up just keeping the whole thing, and they set up the whole story to try to cash in on it. Yeah, that story was messed up.
Hotel, posting a picture of her cat letting everyone know she was okay. The doxers then cross-referenced the bed sheets with other hotels in her city to find the one she was staying at. They sent her pizzas.
In the morning afterwards, 5 different pizza companies sent pizzas to my hotel room under my dead name. Obviously, it isn't the pizzas that are the problem, but it's a threat that they make.
She then had her...
What is I guess the threat implicating that they know where she's at and they can get to her if they need to. I don't think anybody's going out of their way to go take out Keffels. Can I just be honest? Like, I think that, yeah, they probably would enjoy the idea of, like, harassing her, but I don't think that they would, anybody would ever do any violence. At least I hope not. Like, if you're thinking about violently hurting someone you dislike on the internet, then you need to evaluate yourself. Because there's no way in this world should you be out there trying to hurt other people because you don't like them. Like, just don't watch them then. I know that, like, some people can't help themselves and they have to hate watch, but for the most part, like, if you dislike someone so much to the point where you're considering physical violence, maybe, just maybe, you need to look at yourself instead of looking at someone else.
Her Uber account hacked multiple times, doxing her again, and had hundreds of dollars worth of stuff delivered to her. And every time she would get doxed, she would blame it on Kiwi Farms, encouraging services like Cloudflare to drop the site so it would be shut down. This story blew up even more in the media, where she would be labeled a trans activist.
I'm a high-profile transgender activist. There's a big target on my back. The community that I built online.
There's a big target on my back.
Was the only time we ever felt like a normal teenager.
Oh my god. It feels so forced, dude. It feels so forced.
And the target on my back is because of that.
Well done. Well done, Keffels. And the Grammy goes... Well, no, that's not the Grammy. That means she would have wrote a song. And the Oscar goes to Keffels for her portrayal of victimized trans girl in the hotel room. Nowadays, sending pizza to people isn't fun because white cell phone app you have to prepay before the pizza is even starting to cook. Yeah, it's not as easy. You can't, and I think that pizza companies probably were losing a lot of profit, right? If someone calls up, it's like, I need 20 pizzas sent here, and they show up and they're like, here, what's the bill? And they're like, I'm not paying for this. That probably hurt a lot of the pizza companies. So people like that made it so that you have to literally pay if you want to have pizza sent before it can even get there. Rick, that's the understatement of the year. She is 110% a B to everybody. She put her own target on her back. She might as well be a window. And yeah, I totally agree. But yeah, no, I totally agree also, Tina, that she put this target on her back. You know, she started a whole bunch of drama with a whole bunch of people. That's why we're at where we're at. And that's why Keffels is going through what she's going through.
She would officially declare war on Kiwi Farms and its owner in a video.
I love that Keffels, when she comes onto the green screen, you can, like, my background appears. I could put Keffels in some really weird areas right now if I wanted to.
Video titled "Things Have Escalated. Now I'm in hiding." This blew up the GoFundMe even more. And just like before, she would continue to raise the goal. It was already over $70,000 and she's like, actually, from this point on, now it's for the lawsuit.
Until then, I am keeping the GoFundMe up, but any donations towards it from this point forward will be strictly towards the legal fund.
Her attitude towards doxing would completely change. She'd say she needed to flee again, but to Europe. She needed to flee the internet to Europe. It makes no sense.
I need to go to Europe. Why? I always wanted to go. Who give him money? Yeah, I don't know.
Can't flee a website. Statistically speaking, the people doxing her likely didn't live anywhere near her. Streamers get swatted all the time. They don't flee. They don't travel to Europe announcing every country.
The fact that we're at a point, I'm going to sidetrack here for a second. The fact that we're at a point, though, where the cops still don't realize what swatting is, like, is insane to me. Like, all you have to do is, like, instead of arresting someone immediately when you show up, like, you should just find out if that person's streaming. Like, call them first and be like, are you streaming? Okay, thank you. We got a call about you before we show up with our guns and our stuff. Now, I know they don't have the luxury of doing that because, God forbid, something really bad happened.
She's going to. She would then buy an IRL streaming setup so she could stream in the streets. But IRL streamers get doxed even more. So you have to flee to Europe.
This is from 2 weeks ago. He posted this original video.
So people don't know where you are, but you're streaming your location. You go to TwitchCon, but you're streaming your location. People would become suspicious of her intentions, raising the goal, and she'd chalk them up as conspiracy theorists.
People were so gracious, they came together and they helped me out. And while
Did they give her $101,000? Maybe I'm in the wrong business, guys. Maybe I'm in the wrong business. Would you guys all come together and raise $100,000 for me? I'm way nicer than Keffels, right? But she somehow managed to get $100,000 out of her fans. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong here? No, they know they can't do it. They're going to call if they think there's a threat because it will just make the guys run. And yeah, I know. And that's why I was saying, I think that they can't, they don't have the luxury of being able to call ahead. But like, they should be aware of what swatting is, you know?
I really respect it. It's brought a lot of people to do the QAnon brain bullshit about me, where they're saying I'm stealing money from my fans.
She announces she's going.
I mean, she's not technically stealing it. She's just, I mean, she asked her fans for money and they were dumb enough to give it to her. So that's really kind of on her fans. Staying in Ireland until the 27th. Then I'm heading to Spain until the 11th. I get my apartment on the 12th. Yeah. Stop following me. I don't want you to know where I am, except I'm going to tell you where I go all the time. Hey, Tina. You're not mixing the Kool-Aid. Yeah, no, I don't. I got to mix the Kool-Aid way stronger to get you guys to give me $100,000. Jesus Christ.
To Spain, then Ireland, staying with someone who's already been doxxed. This is stupid. She's mad at people for questioning her intentions of fleeing the country and buying a new streaming setup, but look at this. She would get doxxed for a bomb threat called in at a food truck because she's streaming herself there, and her response would be, oh, I just didn't think about it.
So why would you tweet like, hey, there's this, I don't know, like a truck, right? Like a food truck that Kiwi Farms threatened to bomb. You never tweeted that there's a truck that Kiwi Farms threatened to bomb and you're going to IRL stream there?
Oh yeah, no, I did. I was gonna go to the truck.
Oh my god, dude. This is why I love Nicholas Diorio, because he cuts right through the bullshit. Yeah, he's just very good at grilling people. I've heard some streamers say that they're on a list at the police station so that if they get swatted, the police are a little more skeptical when arriving on scene, but they always come to check it out. Yeah, it's so messed up too. The bigger you get, the bigger the threat is that someone may try to dox you one day, or try, even worse, swat you. If you swat people, you are a piece of crap, because I believe that someone's been killed by that too. Because a lot of times, like, right, say I was streaming and somebody pounding on my door my first reaction might be to grab my crossbow that I got here and go see who's like pounding at my door, because it's not normal for someone to pound at your door aggressively like cops do.
Yeah, like, so like you're super dangerous, so I'm gonna go to the truck.
Yeah, I already had police connections while I was in Ireland, and they knew ahead of time where I was going.
But you had police connections in Canada, and they knew where you were going, right?
Yeah, like what's your point though?
My point is none of this makes sense, Keffels.
Like, do you think I'm like a robot? Like I am going to make like 100% the most logical decisions when I'm scared.
They're just asking you to stop posting your location. She's such a weasel. And every time she'd get doxxed, the media storm would start all over again.
Yeah, she does this on purpose. She's out there specifically like doing this to get a reaction because she knows it makes better content. She's not stupid. I mean, she's not smart, but she's also not stupid either. So she's smart enough to understand that like she knows what makes good content. Unfortunately.
Kiwi Farms chasing Keffels around the world. Bigots hound transgender streamer. Forced to hide out in Belfast.
And I'm pretty sure that they called in, like they tried to swap.
They're called. I guarantee you 100% that Keffels is the one who's reaching out to these like news medias to be like, listen, I got a story for you guys. I'm a popular streamer and I'm being harassed. Do you want to cover it? And then if they're a left-leaning publication, you guarantee they're gonna be like, hell yeah, we're all over this. I like how people can act like assholes. Yeah, we're all Rick. I deal with one at work, so I know.
Us?
We can't tell if it's the same person.
We can't tell if it's the same person, but shortly after this photo was taken, the police knocked on the door to tell us that someone had reported a murder in this flat.
Her fans were concerned as to why she was telling people where she was going, and she's like, Europe's big, Ireland's dense.
I'm currently in Ireland. I am staying with a friend.
Didn't we find out that this was like a rehab romance that she developed? I mean, I guess we know where all that money went though, right? If she was doing drugs and she was and she decided to get out of Dodge to go to Ireland to go be with somebody she met in rehab, then chances are that we know where a lot of that money went. No, I'm not talking about Kate. I'm talking about somebody I work with during the day. I love Kate. But I get what you're saying, Tina.
Things are good.
Funny
Don't tell
joke.
people what country. It is completely fine. Do you know how dense Ireland is?
Yeah, but that's the problem, Keffels, is that you know that somebody can find you if they are dedicated and hard enough. They will come after you and they will try to get you. If they dislike you enough, they will find a way to get to you. I bet you. I promise you that. I think she underestimates how little some people online, like how much time people online have to dedicate to certain missions that they create for themselves.
Very dense country.
Every IRL streamer to ever exist gets doxxed and swatted. She would be asked by Nick Diorio and Keemstar about this.
Yeah, but I always thought to myself, I'm like, if people are really out to get you and you're in hiding, you're like live streaming like at VidCon, like I feel like you're like,
oh yeah,
you're not really in hiding.
I wasn't at that point. Like I hired a security consulting firm, and I was basically like, "Do you think things have chilled at this point?" And they're like, "Yeah, probably."
So you aren't fleeing. This is just a vacation. She would contradict herself again in a private Patreon stream.
I have not been able to focus on actually taking legal action because I was still concerned for my.
Hey, Christine, how are you? Welcome to the stream.
My well-being and my safety. The only reason I ended up going to TwitchCon is because
being nasty outside. See y'all tomorrow. Yeah, I hope your basin doesn't flood out, Rick. I mean, this storm is no joke right now. Some people are geo-guessers, can find a town by the haircut of a waiter he think he can run. Yeah, for sure.
Because a security firm that I hired. And I can't go into the specifics because I signed a non-disclosure agreement.
Doing good. Just
told me that they thought that the heat died down.
Trying to avoid the rain outside. Hopefully not losing power. Calling BS on hiring a security firm. She didn't even care. Yeah, no, I agree. Like at some point, KB, if you're that worried about your location, then you wouldn't be posting where you are all the time online. She's doing it on purpose because she likes the idea of being a victim. That's like, it's 110%. She loves the idea of being a victim.
And it would have been safe for me to travel there, which I essentially see as a work trip.
What about everything else you've been doing? She won't answer. Which is it, Keffels? I feel like she's only saying she's fleeing to justify not working on the lawsuit, which is what most of the money was raised for. In the same stream, she would admit to purposely putting herself in a doxable position so that she would get more media attention.
By intentionally making myself a lightning rod, so I could make kiwi farms more vicious and attack me to the point where Cloudflare had no choice. Because every time they attacked me, I publicized it. One of the things...
Yeah, conveniently publicized it and then got yourself a couple more thousand followers, I'm sure.
That I did intentionally for the success of the campaign was make myself a lightning rod. Why
does she keep referring to herself as a lightning rod? Does she think it makes me sound cool? I'm a lightning rod. I get, they say lightning doesn't strike twice unless you're a lightning rod.
Egged them on. I egged Kiwi Farms on. I wanted them to attack me.
Yeah, because what better publicity can you get? I mean, you can make or break a career on Kiwi Farms. Like, why not have the whole site talking about you and rallying behind getting, this just shows you the mental state that she's in, that she desperately wanted the attention so bad that she would take on a whole website and didn't care what happened to her afterwards, because she just so desperately wanted that attention from them. Because it's vain to call yourself a martyr. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, true. She can't call herself a martyr, so she has to come up with something weird like a lightning rod.
Because by doing that, I was able to show the world how fucking vile they are.
She wrote in her Discord.
Oh, I don't know. I think that it kind of showed how dumb you are, though, Keffels, and how pick me of a person you are.
It's just Kiwi Farms chuds. I don't know, they could keep laughing at me. They effed with me and I got 100K. Directly got them deplatformed from Cloudflare. I won. And Keffels would redirect the hate towards
CNN. I'm not shocked to see CNN cover this, because the strike by lightning is the only thing that would make her bright. Yeah, for real. Like, I don't know. Look, just look at this picture of her right there. Like, that is somebody who's mentally just gone in their brain. In their brain, they're like, woohoo, gone, peace out. Nobody's inside here no more.
Kiwi Farms and their provider Cloudflare.
I was up till like 8 a.m. because we decided at the last minute to do a protest in front of where the Cloudflare Connect conference is being hosted in Sydney, Australia. The Online Safety Act actually forbids cyber abuse content, like the kind that's hosted at Kiwi Farms. Mm-hmm. And apparently Kiwi Farms does get routed through Australia.
It does, yeah.
So unless the people who...
Who's the weird person sitting next to her? It looks like a 70-year-old lady who writes books, romance novels for a living. That looks like somebody who once was this must be like her lover that she met in rehab.
Who run the servers that get routed through Australia are willing to pay a $500,000 fine. They need to drop Kiwi Farms.
But here's the thing, the people doxing and swatting Keffels wasn't Kiwi Farms. It was actually a much more malicious website. I'm not going to name the site because if 100,000 people watch this video, statistically speaking, a couple of them are going to be crazy. I don't want them looking up her or her family's personal information. So I will call it Website Zero. Website Zero is what Keffels portrays Kiwi Farms as. Kiwi Farms is a glorified gossip forum where people troll and use slurs. People do dox on it, but it's not what the site is for.
Well, I feel like he's talking about 4chan, right? Is he talking about 4chan?
Saying otherwise is like getting doxed on Twitter and then saying all of Twitter is a doxing site.
That's the only place I can think of that would have crazier people on it than Kiwi Farms. But I don't know why he'd be afraid of saying 4chan.
Website Zero is a malicious group of hackers and doxers meant to harass their target, not just online, but in real life as well. They had the email that got her swatted. They have proof of her hacked Uber Eats orders, showing that's how they kept doxing her. They explained how they confirmed her new address in Ireland.
Yeah, because like Reddit is like a form of 4chan, right? Reddit's like the censored version of 4chan. And on 4chan, anything goes. Like, you can do pretty sus stuff on 4chan. Chud said it was Doxbin. Yeah, I'm not familiar with Doxbin, but if I'm not familiar with it, it could be, because 4chan would be much bigger. That's why I said I'm not sure why he wouldn't say 4chan, but if it's Doxbin, I trust Chud.
with the docs of her roommate by the shape of the doorknobs in the background. When her family was swatted, what website?
10 minutes behind at the GoFundMe portion. I'm Warren Buffett, so I'd give you 100,000 Zimbabwe dollars. Hey, what's that? Like work out to like $10 in American dollars, or like a $1. See, that's why inflation's so bad, guys. You can have 100 in Zimbabwe dollars, right? It wouldn't even equal $1 American dollar, because that's what happens when companies when places like governments unlimitedly print money. It makes it worthless. That's why a peso is like worthless in Mexico.
Was actively talking about it at the time. Website 0. It's like the most complicated way to arrest somebody. They would even fool me when they would file a complaint to the Copyright Claims Board on behalf of Keffels, using White Forest as the copyright enforcer, trying to make it look like she wanted to revoke Kiwi Farm's safe harbor privileges. You could read just how ridiculous that sounds. I reached out to White Forest and the person who filed the claim, and they said they never did. You need to put a lot of personal information to file a complaint like this, meaning it was most likely Website 0, and she knows it's been them the entire time, actively trying to silence people who talk about it. Saying in her DMs with Destiny, I was scared. Website 0 users aren't stupid like Kiwi Farms users. So this whole campaign is...
Yeah, she had a big thing going on with Destiny that I remember. He's one of the guys that she got his sponsors removed and stuff, which is messed up because Destiny's got kids and he depends on that money.
Like what? Is 4chan next? Hey.
Oh, okay. So it's definitely not 4chan. It's definitely not 4chan. So it has to be what like KB said, Docspin.
It's more marketable anyway.
All of us are here talking about like website X. We're all talking about how bad it is, how it's like a secret, how we don't speak the name of it, but everyone knows it and everyone.
Yeah, she got him banned from Twitch, and that's where his primary audience was, on Twitch.
Everyone's worried about it,
which I don't understand, because I've been on, like, now I'm going on Twitch for 3 weeks. 1 million Zimbabwe is 2,763 American dollars. Wow. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about, guys. Like 1 million American dollars is still makes you pretty rich, but in Zimbabwe, if somebody gives you 1 million Zimbabwe, it's $2,763. That's why we don't unlimitedly print, right?
And it's like, it sounds like the perfect website for a campaign for them to get dropped by their fucking service provider. Like, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't think the momentum is there for that, though. Like, with the Drop Kiwi Farms campaign, it was just really opportune timing. I had all this media attention on me, and journalists were, like, following every fucking thing I said and did.
Look, it's so pathetic, dude. So pathetic. Like, she used the journalists to get shut down. Now, I mean, props for her, I guess, for being creative when it comes to figuring out ways to stick it to your enemies. But at the same time, like, you know, that's like, shame on you. Shame on you. You can be the king of Zimbabwe. Yes, I can be. I could be. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure that even Zimbabwe dollars are, like, it costs like 15 Zimbabwe dollars for like a meal over there, or 15 million. It was like 100, and like each lunch is like 200 American dollars.
And I didn't even know about the second website until they went after me.
Yeah, but when you describe it as like a worse version of the same website, but whoa, please don't talk about it. That's crazy.
Well, it's like, it's different.
If it's still affecting us from websites like Twitter, I don't know what the point of going to every individual random website is to try to start a change.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think it would be effective.
Well, that's what you did, and it wasn't effective. Kiwi Farms is still up, and if she's deceiving her audience, her donors, and the media about this, it makes me question her lawsuit a whole lot more.
See, the problem is, though, like, even though I know that what Willy Mac's doing is like a noble thing, right? He's trying to point out like just how messed up Keffels is, but I don't think that the people who need to hear this, who are Keffels' like actual audience, are gonna care. Like, I think they're gonna follow Keffels to their grave. Like, they look at her like she's some kind of like reincarnation of Jesus Christ or something. She can do no wrong in their eyes. So no matter what facts you put in front of them, unfortunately, you know, Willy Mac could show them all the evidence that he wants in the world. It's just not gonna end up changing the way that they view Keffels.
When I was covering her lawsuit 2 years ago, I was seriously questioning if she had any real plans with the money. It's now crystal clear to me that she didn't. It started off with, all the money over $20,000 would go to a lawsuit against the police for violating my rights.
And build a legal fund to protect my rights.
And on Sorrenti's end, the story is not yet over. She's waiting for London Police Service to finish their investigation and told Global News she planned to sue.
She'd continue to encourage people to donate by saying legal fees are expensive and that she's consulting with 3 lawyers.
People have been really questioning, mostly bad faith people. I haven't seen a lot of people do this in good faith, but...
Well, no, you're not owed good faith, Keffels. You haven't earned any good faith.
I've had a lot of people questioning.
Twitch isn't the place for training anymore. It's all about e-girls ass games. Yes, that is true. Twitch is now like one step above porn, like one step below Pornhub.
My GoFundMe fundraiser. People kept asking.
That's why everybody abandoned Twitch. Even their pride and joy, Pokimane left Twitch because everybody knows it's a sinking ship.
Asking me why I'm raising the goal when it hits the goal.
I'm live on Twitch saying that, by the way, guys. That's one of the platforms I multi-stream to is Twitch.
And the reason why is because, yes, I'm using these funds to move, but more importantly, once I'm safe, the rest of those funds are going to be used for legal expenses.
Then it became, well, I might sue the police. I'm not
No, they're not. She's not using that money for legal expenses. Get the hell out of here.
sure. They've been nice to me.
After it first happened, I was very mad at...
Why does she look like she's in a Resident Evil game right now? By the way, guys, this is a side thing. I've been playing Resident Evil. I beat Resident Evil 4 in VR. It was so much fun. So I decided to see what other Resident Evil games are on VR. There isn't any official releases, but there's these mods that you can do on PC games where you can turn old Resident Evil games into VR experiences. And I gotta tell you guys, like, I played Resident Evil Biohazard, and it's like the horror game version of it. And you feel like you are walking through a horror game. It looks so real. You can pick your arms up and look at your arms and stuff. The only thing is you can't like turn doorknobs and stuff like that, like you can in like the official releases. But this was made by a guy. This wasn't even made by the studio. This was made by a guy who added this onto the game. And I think that Resident Evil is crazy for not like embracing this. There's so many people who would want to play these games. If you like, VR is the future of gaming. So I don't know if anybody's ever going to hear this, but I just wanted to tell it to somebody that they need to make more VR games like Resident Evil Biohazard, because it was incredible. It's still incredible. I'm still going through it. Like, you get hunted by some guy this whole time, and it really scares the crap out of you. In VR, how the heck you support dealing with Ashley in VR? Yeah. You turn around, Sarita, and she's like right there in your face, and you're like, ah! Like, you keep sometimes you forget she's there, and she'll scare you more than anybody else. They need to do Port Day Z to VR. Dude, there's so many great games. Like, there's this whole flat screen to VR movement on PC games. Like, you download it on Steam, and then you can play it in VR, like a lot of games. And it changes the whole entire experience. Like, I can turn around and see what's behind me and stuff. The fact that regular people who are doing this for free and they're giving it to you for free are... I think the guy's name's Playdog. So shout out to him. But I don't know if it's one guy or if he has a team of people, but the fact that he gives this to people for free is, in my opinion, incredible, because I'd pay money for everything he does. He offers donations. You can donate to him. So this is the best I can do right now, since I'm kind of poor, since I had to buy the game, and then I'm poor after buying the game. But this is the best I can do, is give him a shout out. But it was incredible, guys. If you have a VR headset, which you could probably get a Quest 2 pretty cheap now, and you have a gaming PC, I highly recommend looking into this, because it's so much fun. So much fun.
The police, and I wanted to hold their...
Yeah, I've heard some people deal with that, Rajira, but you can slowly get that to go away. You just you got to wear them tiny bits at a time, and slowly you'll be able to get into playing it if you want. But yeah, I totally get that. You're not the first person I've heard who said they've had struggles with vertigo in VR.
Their feet to the fire as much as possible. I wanted to even potentially pursue legal action against them, but they've taken the threat against my life very seriously, and I want to see justice.
It then becomes, I never said I was going to sue.
We must have justice! Justice for Keffels, said nobody ever. That's how Dave started too. I was a mod on Arma, and the one dude made the mod so well that they made it a standalone game. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. They could easily, like, somebody, like, if somebody was smart, right, at Sony or Resident Evil or something like that, they would hire this guy to come work exclusively for them. They'd make him, he would make that company millions, if not billions of dollars.
To the police at all. I was being very careful with my language.
I keep raising it. The reason that I did that in the first place was because I wanted it to be $100,000 from the beginning, but I didn't know if I would get that money. So when it kept coming in, I just kept raising the cap until I got there. I never said that I was going to sue the police. I wanted to be very careful with the language that I used because I don't know exactly what the plan is.
Were you being intentionally misleading when you wrote that? Well, I didn't say. It's clearly the impression everyone got. The way she writes off people is hilarious.
They just keep shifting it further and further so they can just keep trying to raise as much money as possible. One of the
Yes. Problem?
A few weeks later, Keffels would hire a private.
Oh, she's so insufferable, man. She is insufferable. I don't know how she gets away with all this stuff. I know she was banned for a little while on YouTube, and then she just makes another YouTube, and then everybody's like, YouTube doesn't, like, ban her after that. No one in Canada even knows who Keffels is. I can assure you Keff is quite safe in her anonymity. Simply turning off her computer would ensure her safety. Yeah, dude, she's a bad name for Canada for sure, Keefsty. She's like, she was like the leader of the Canadian Communist Party. Dude, I at school all the time, I'm picking up flyers for join communism, like all over the university. I almost want to do a video where I infiltrate the communist movement and then I just document my experiences in there. That would be an interesting video, but the true patriot in me can't deal with that kind of crap. Yes, all three members of it. I know I'm gonna show up there. It's gonna be like, well, this is Russ. Russ is the one who organized this. I'm Katie, and I'm his #1 fan. So welcome to the communist movement. That would be funny.
Private investigator to dox a Kiwi Farms user she thought doxed her and sent him photos of him and his parents. Except that's not him. So she just doxed a random guy. Keffels would claim that these are fake, but the guy proved it by linking it back to her Discord. But we don't even need that because Keffels bragged about doing it herself at 3 a.m. before promptly deleting the tweet. When people would ask for a breakdown for how the money is being spent.
Imagine doxing someone who has nothing to do with anything that you have, like, that has absolutely nothing to do with a situation that you're involved in. Imagine, like, blasting, like, this is almost like on Keemstar's level of, like saying that some old guy who just happened to stream a video was a PDF file, who clearly wasn't. He was just an old guy who enjoyed playing video games. That was probably one of the most disgusting things ever for Keemstar to do to somebody. Like, you should never, first off, you should never dox anybody, period. Right? Because you don't know what kind of crazy person out there is going to go and try to destroy their life. But two, like, you definitely should not dox someone if you're not 110% sure that you know that this is the person that you're looking for. I'm in Canada. I know who she is, and I could easily find where she is, but I don't want to let my wild instinct fly because I'm already living in a cage. I don't need it to turn into a government one. Serena, I'm glad you're on my side. That's all I'm going to say. I'm glad you're on my side. She's a weapon for good, guys. She's a weapon for good.
She refused to elaborate.
We got 100 messages. A little slower today, but that's okay. It's okay. I'm still loving how active the chat is. I was just being mean to Keffels. You could be mean to whoever you want, Keefsty. You have that right. You're one of my mods. You can be mean to whoever you need to be mean to. Just don't be mean to anybody in our chat. Just be mean to, like, I don't know. Actually, I take that back. You can't be mean to anybody you want. If you want to be mean to someone, be mean to me. There you go. You can be mean to me if you need to be.
I will never do a GoFundMe breakdown for bad faith actors. Everyone who has donated has a refund button. Somebody asks, can you prove you were pushing litigation? I have no intentions of knowing what it is or what you're pushing. Can you just give us some proof you are actually pursuing legal action? Keffels would reply, can you prove this tweet didn't ratio you? He would ask again, can you show one piece of evidence you paid for a lawyer with the money donated towards your legal fund? And she would respond with a whoa-jack. Showing a breakdown of the money donated you for legal purposes should be something you want to do. It's so easy to prove. You just need receipts. It wouldn't be until a month later where Keffels would admit that she hasn't worked on the lawsuit.
Just like,
so she basically got $100,000 to fight a lawsuit against Kiwi Farms and kept the money for herself. Isn't that illegal? Isn't that incredibly illegal? She lives in Ireland. I don't think they'll put up with her shenanigans. No, yeah, Irish. I have Irish lineage, and I can tell you straight up that she would have a hard time dealing with like trying to do that crap to my fam. That's for damn sure. But we love Pablo. That's right, we do love Pablo. We haven't seen Pablo in a while. AKA Clicks. If it really is Clicks. That'd be awesome though if it was Clicks. Getting someone that big in my stream just kind of hanging out. That's how you know you really made it, when you got a multi-million stream follower coming into your stream.
like explaining all of the things that have happened that have made it hard for me to focus on getting to the point.
I heard Pablo's been asking for you too, Keefsty, so who knows? You know, you might have to fight off Astroworm for your love, but I could see it happening.
That I could even consider legal action.
She was busy with vacation, dude.
If she was in Scotland, they would bow to her. Is Scotland like super left-leaning?
Dude.
Now I'm going to be focusing more on the legal things because I'm settled down, I'm back in Canada, and I have time to work on this.
Oh, sorry guys, she's back in Canada. I guess Ireland wasn't doing it for her anymore. I'd love to go visit Ireland. I don't know if I'd want to live there, but then again, I've never been there, so to make that decision. And in my opinion, there's got to be a reason why everybody in Ireland left to come to America. Let's be real clear, all right? I'm 110% American, all right? These colors don't run, all right? These colors don't run, all right? I bleed red, white, and blue. Look, there's a reason I got this tattoo. Look, that's an American flag right here. And if you scratch my arm, that's red, white, and blue under there, baby, because these colors don't run. These colors don't run. Rajira, thank you so much for hanging out on the stream. Appreciate it. Much love to you. No, that's old. She lives in... Oh, so she lives in Ireland now. I know this was only 2 weeks ago. So I wasn't sure what the update was. I know that the one time that we covered her on the channel before, she was saying she was living in Ireland again. So, yeah, this is all bullcrap, man. She's such a freaking liar, dude.
Now.
At this point...
Thank you, Keefsty. Thank you. I'm all tatted up. I'm a big tatted guy. They always say you don't put bumper stickers on a Rolls Royce, but in my opinion, I'm more of like a Ford Fiesta.
She would say she can't name who she's suing because then it would give them time to burn all their evidence.
During the process of actually taking legal action, one of the first steps that you need to do is collect evidence. And if you announce prematurely who you are taking legal action against, it gives that party an opportunity to try and destroy as much evidence as possible.
That's illegal. That's not how that works at all. You have to tell somebody at some point that you're suing them and then let them establish a defense. Oh, you didn't hear about her? Sorry, I missed what you were saying, Serena. Hang on. You didn't hear about her new trans protection law they passed? Oh, really, dude? It's so insane to me how much these other countries are like politically posturing for Joe Biden. I have to leave here shortly, but super pumped that you're going back to daily streams, but take days off as you need them for your mental health. Absolutely, Income. You were one of the reasons I decided to come back and do this every day. Just how excited you get when I come on here. That's a big reason why I continue to do it. I feel like if you could get this excited for me, then no other reason why everybody else can't too. Plus, I really do love doing this, guys. Like, I really, really enjoy doing it. So, I love coming on here and streaming with you guys. In fact, like, it makes me sad when I was taking those couple days off. I was like, oh my God, like, I really want to stream today. But now I told everybody I can't stream, so I don't know. So, have a great day, Income. Be safe out there. She went to Ireland initially, but back to Canada before permanently moving to Ireland. This clip is from the in-between. Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense now. It's hard to keep track with Keffels. Where in the world is Keffels, San Diego? That's an old one. That's an old reference right there. I look forward to your streams each day. My man, thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. And I look forward to you guys coming to the streams as well. If you guys weren't here, I wouldn't be doing it. I'd probably just be doing traditional content again. But I really do enjoy this. I feel like it just fits my schedule much better than 12 hours in front of the editing room. But we will be doing, I will be doing traditional videos too to go along. But I just gotta wait for the right topic to come along for me to do a video on.
I'm not even going to publicly comment on the party either.
A few weeks later, she'd go on live stream, seemingly inebriated, saying she's depressed.
Hello, Keffels. I'm a 3 months HRT trans girl. Just like to say you're my role model. Look.
Look. You do not want me to be a role model. I'm telling you straight up. First off, one, I'm drunk. All right, I look drunk as shit in this video. Secondly, listen, I don't care who you want to be or what you want to do. Just do not, and I repeat, do not try and follow me. All right, I'm a mess. I'm a total mess. If she doesn't say that, she's a liar.
I'm proud of you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But you should pick a...
Don't Carmen Sandiego the truth, a strong, independent woman. Don't compare her to that falsification transsexual. Just a wee bit sauce. Yo, she's definitely sauced up in this video.
Better role model, like for
don't stream and drink, guys.
Instance, SpongeBob, because like SpongeBob's never done anything wrong, I don't think.
Yo, she is wasted, dude. Absolutely wasted in this video. Now we know what she went to rehab for. Like, not that I would ever judge anybody for going to rehab to try to better their life, but like, I would never, like, I don't know. Maybe if I was messed up before, I would have done this back in the day. But yeah, not a good look to have this on the internet for everybody to see. Thank God I wasn't streaming back when I was a drug addict. I would lost all your respect for sure. She is lit like Travis Scott. Yeah, she's way past Travis Scott. She's like, I don't know. She's like living in another reality right now.
That's, yeah. Are you proud? What the fuck is there to be proud of? Shut up. Shut up. Okay, fine. I'm super disappointed. Good. Join the club.
Why is she talking into a mic while holding another mic?
Step in the line.
Her family would beg her to get off.
Could you grab me the mic arm?
Please get off. You're embarrassing yourself, Keffels. And it's already bad enough that you're Keffels, but now you're drunk Keffels, so it's even worse. Every part of her life isn't a good thing to post on the internet. Yeah, no, I totally agree.
What?
She didn't even turn off the audio.
I wouldn't really hear from Keffels for a while until she announced she was signing up for rehab. In the next few days, I'll be admitted to rehab. The doctor said because of the drugs I'm addicted to, without medical supervision, detoxing will kill me. This was
That's Xanax, guys. That means that she was on benzos. So that could either be Xanax, could be Valium, could be Klonopin, all kinds of different stuff. Even could be something as simple as Ambien. Because she missed her old friend and it came out when she went drunk. This is the one time I have sympathy for her. She wished she would have just came clean and her scam actually changed after the DETs. Yeah, like I'm never gonna insult or make fun of someone for having a substance abuse. I mean, of course I'm gonna, act it out on stream because I'm an entertainer, but Keffels is not like your normal person. She's a pretty horrible person. Like, not a very good person at all. So, I wish everybody who struggles with substance abuse will get the help that they got. Yo, bro, do you goon? I don't believe I do goon. I don't believe I do goon.
in February, meaning this whole time she might have been addicted. When she got
But I've heard of people who goon before.
out of rehab, she held a Patreon-only stream saying she was addicted to drugs since she talked
What is it? Always the kick people who come in here have like the craziest shit to say.
to Keemstar. This is before she even determined who she was suing.
Around the end of 2022, I started drinking, which made me spiral. It was around the time that I was in fights with Keemstar.
Yeah, it makes the stream make a lot.
I don't care about her drug addiction. I care about her action. Yeah, I mean the drug. She can only blame so much on the drugs, because they're all boomers. Yep. Being Canadian, I would say she was on Ativan, our version of Xanax. Yeah, possibly. I know that Jordan Peterson was on a benzo as well. I think that he. I don't know if he was on Xanax or not. He might have been on Valium. Yeah, I'm not sure what gooning is. I think it has something to do with like male on male sexual interactions. I just finished gooning to your stream. There's a whole nother person in here. Awesome. Well, hey, I mean, if you guys got a goon, I guess you guys got a goon, you know? Gooning is when you're jacking. Thank you, Venom, for clearing that up. I mean, hey, listen. If they, if that's what they gotta do, if that's what my stream brings out of you, I guess go for it, you know? I'm happily engaged to a woman, but, you know, it's always the kick people. I love that Venom came out. We had Venom here just to make sure that he explained it all for us. So without him, we'd all be curious what the hell's going on. If we say Derek Graz can become a better person and can be extended to Keffels. Yes, you're right. That's a fair point, KB. That's a fair point indeed. I hope that Keffels does better. But I know the last time we covered her on this channel, she put out a video. And then the very next day, like she put out a video saying she was going to change. And the very next day, she went to war with someone else. Urban Dictionary says a chronic masturbator. The act of being a goon, also pertaining to being a complete and utter goof or dweeb. Yes, I believe that is what like the word goon means in the dictionary, but I believe that these guys are referring to a different version of the word goon, like what Keefsey says. But hey, man,
A lot more sense.
Edge away, I say. Edge away.
And then as more and more shit started happening, I started doing cocaine at the start of 2023.
If you don't fuck with gooning, do you fuck with edging? If I'm with my partner, maybe. If I'm with my partner. To goon, to masturbate addictively, obsessively, and with no control over yourself. Jeez, man. Yeah, you know what? I guess like I said, man, I'm not here to kink shame anybody. I ain't here to kick shame with nobody. I mean, maybe it's Keffels. Maybe it's Keffels the one that they're gooning to.
8 days into.
I thought a goon was a guy in hockey who basically like went and just fought. You know, he wasn't like a great hockey player, but he would go and fight. Go and fight somebody else. I know everybody's got a different interpretation of what a goon is. It's like KB's like, I thought it was a 1940s mobster. But now I know there was a hockey movie that came out with Sean William Scott. It was called Goon, and he was like an enforcer in hockey, where he wasn't a great hockey player, but he would just go fight the big guy of the other team. Like his main job was on there just to literally fight someone. Maybe the 1940s mobsters were chronic Pamela Andersons. Maybe. Henderson. Oh, I like what you did there. Pamela Hendersons. Ah, nice wordplay, Keefsey. Nice wordplay indeed.
A cocaine bender. I found out that the coke that I was doing was cut with meth. So for 8 days straight, I was doing coke and meth.
What is... Your heart would be out of control if you were doing coke and methamphetamine together. Now, just so you guys all know, methamphetamine is nothing more than just Adderall. It's Adderall. That's if you take Adderall and you do methamphetamine, you literally are taking pretty much the same drug. Now, if you take a lot of Adderall, then it's more of a methamphetamine street. Yeah, 8 days straight, my ass. Listen, I mean, I've heard of other people who do shit like that though, Astro. I mean, when you're addicted to drugs, you're addicted to drugs. But like she's saying it like as though like the meth was the bad part. Like no, both drugs aren't great for you. But having done pretty much both drugs, I can tell you that they have completely different reactions. In my opinion, I think coke's overrated. I really do. But you cut your coke with meth here, they cut it with broken glass. Yeah, you know what? They call it rocket fuel for a reason. You wouldn't sleep for 8 days, right? Absolutely. She had been in the hospital. I mean, she would have had to have kept doing it to be up for 8 days. I think the most you could probably stay up after, like, on a line of meth would probably be like 2 to 3 days tops. So she would have had to have kept doing it. But if she was doing it with, but she would have known too. Like the reaction you get from doing cocaine is completely different than the reaction you get from Adderall or methamphetamine. Like you would know that you took something completely different than coke. They're not like they have completely different what's the best way to put it? Different like experiences.
I had a friend come over to help me detox. And I tried to just go back to my life like nothing ever happened. And I tried my best.
I managed 78 hours gaming once just on Red Bull and Teenage Abandoned. But 8 days is rough. Yeah. Yeah, Red Bull can get you going, but Red Bull has a ceiling, a very low ceiling. Eventually you will crash. Even if you're drinking more and more Red Bull, you will crash and you will fall asleep. I could drink a Red Bull and then go take sleep for 12 hours if I want it. Now I cannot say that the same would happen if I did cocaine or methamphetamine.
To make it so no one knew how bad things were.
You don't actually need to detox off of methamphetamine or cocaine. It's much different. Like, yeah, you'd probably feel like shit for like a couple days. You'd be extremely tired, but it's not nearly the same as like trying to come off of heroin or trying to come off of benzos. Those, or alcohol even. Alcohol is the worst thing to withdraw off of because it could kill you, and you basically lose like you lose a lot of function, like motor function. You'll get the shakes really bad and stuff along that line. It's like if I had to choose, I would much rather get off of cocaine and Adderall than ever have to get off of heroin again or like benzos or anything like that. Yeah, caffeine doesn't have staying power. But does someone that already high, can they really make a difference between the drugs they take? Drugs are stupefiant isn't my domain. I know more on medical drugs. I can take Ritalin, slam an espresso, and immediately take a nap. It's my strong superpower. That's probably because you actually have ADHD, KB. Those medicines are designed to calm down people who are naturally hyper. So like if someone like me or you were to take Ritalin or Adderall, it would calm us down. As where if you were to give it to someone who is not suffering from ADHD, then it would probably make them go like super energetic and crazy. Shit, I can't go more than 2 days without my Effexor. Yikes. Hey, if you can go a whole day without it, then you're already doing better than a lot of addicts out there. But yeah, the withdrawals are completely different. Not that has a whole lot to do with what we're talking about, but I know she said that she was like detoxing off of it, and you can detox off it, but it's not like she's going through withdrawal or anything like that.
As I really didn't want to let people down.
She has such a thing about like portraying herself like a victim, man. Like, woe is me. I have it so hard, guys. Everything is so hard for me. Please give me money.
Especially because I know there's a lot of people in my audience that look up to me.
Why do they look up to you? Like I'm just gonna reiterate this. If you look at Keffels and you say that's my hero, please, you need to stop hit the reset button and start all over again, guys. She is not someone to be idolized, all right? Like, I get it that, like, a lot of times people look up to influencers and things of that nature, and I would probably consider Keffels to be an influencer. She's been around long enough. But that doesn't make it a good idea to listen to her, all right? I did some Molly one time, and I swear to God, must have been laced with something because I pretty much melted into my couch and fell asleep. I think I've only experienced it one time. I've only done Molly, and I don't even really know how to explain this, the experience. It was kind of just like I didn't care about anything. I was very chill. I remember I was driving by a cop drinking, and I cheered to him. And I was driving in a car, and I cheers to him when I drove by. That's how dumb I was when I was on Molly. But thankfully, I didn't get any trouble on that one. But yeah, that's why I don't mess with drugs no more. That's the total opposite of what it should have been. Yeah, I mean, everybody's got different reactions to different things. Like, somebody could take mushrooms, have a really good trip, and then someone can take mushrooms and go through a living nightmare. It all depends on how you react to it. I believe in reincarnation. If your role model is Keffels, well, it's a good day to reincarnate. Yeah, I know. I know I'm being harsh on her here, but like, again, like this girl has done very, very harsh things and bad things to people. But like KV said, we have to hope that these people can learn from this and try to be better. All right, let's watch a little bit more of this, and then we'll wrap up the stream.
I don't want to let them down.
She talks about how an argument in a Twitter space made her want to off herself.
I was going through coke withdrawal while I was
There's no such thing as coke withdrawal. All right. Yes, you'll probably be tired. All right. You'll probably be, but it's not like heroin withdrawal, which you get the shits. Like, it's living hell. Trying to get off heroin is like living through hell. You would consider death to be a sweet release, trying to get off heroin. But coke withdrawal is not. Let's just put it this way, all right? I rarely met anybody who was in rehab for cocaine, all right? It's because you can usually stop doing cocaine and go on with your life after a day or two. But with like heroin and stuff like that, or Xanax or alcohol, you have to be monitored medically, and then like for a whole month after getting off heroin, you are still struggling with withdrawal. When my friend goes through coke withdrawal, it's a large plain pizza and an 18-hour nap. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't get super sick or anything. Like, she's trying to sell this like it's like a hardcore experience that she went through. Oh, well, I was high AF still, Keith. I just didn't know I was expecting.
In that Twitter space. And I was so irritable.
Well, that makes sense.
That I just had to pause for a second, and I started calling them retards. And that kicked off
the R word.
So much shit. After the fallout from all of that and all of the drama, I decided, fuck it. I figured out how to get drugs on the dark net. And I started making a plan to kill myself.
You can't trust anything you get off the dark net. I mean, I'm sure there's ways of getting drugs off the dark net, but I wouldn't even know the first place to even begin looking, because chances are it's like a cop. Now, I don't know whether or not I believe her, though, either. Like, she's such a compulsive liar that it's hard to believe her. I mean, she probably just knew a guy down the street. She's trying to make sure that she's not doxing him, or she's not, like I guarantee she was probably getting them from someone else, and then, like, when people found it, I got him off the dark web.
Started doing coke and meth and benzos, and I was planning on ordering heroin from the dark net.
I wouldn't wish drug addiction on my worst enemy, but I also wouldn't trust them with $100,000.
Yep. Well said, Willie. That's the whole problem. Like, you know where that money went. The money went to fuel her drug addiction.
And if you think the money situation is confusing, wait until you see the actual lawsuit.
I think that's a good spot to leave it today, because we'll go back. We'll finish this tomorrow, and then we'll check out part 2 tomorrow as well. It'll be a 2-day Keffels checkout. But we're gonna go do some karaoke. Karaoke time. goon to this, man.